Hi everyone, this is Kassie and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of February the 20th to February 29. If you enjoy my channel, I invite you to subscribe, share, like my videos so that they reach a bigger audience. And if you want to find me for a personal tarot reading, you can reach me on my psychic platform www.cassiekai.com, where you will get 3 free minutes with your subscription. Don't forget that every day I upload the card of the day with a short prediction about the energies of each day. If you want to check out last week's predictions, you can click on the link above. But let's see the energies of this week. For Aries, we had the Four of Wands and now we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Wands marks the end of a stage when something is completed successfully, so maybe you got a reward last week or something was completed in a way that made you feel really good, or you celebrated your achievement with other people. And this week you have another four. Fours generally show stability, but this four, the Four of Pentacles, is a bit different than the Four of Wands. This week you will probably have to deal with someone who's setting too many rules in a professional or a personal relationship. The Four of Pentacles is the card of possessions and possessiveness, and for that reason you may not be willing to let go of something or someone, and you want to keep what you have at all costs. Maybe that's a person or a relationship or something that you don't want to lose. Now, in that process, you may get a bit controlling, and in some cases that will cause some friction in your relationship, especially if you feel that things are not fair or balanced. However, there seems to be some stability in the situation or some sort of comfort zone that those who are involved are unwilling to leave, and there might be patterns of behavior that keep repeating, but you need to ask yourself whether this situation is healthy and whether it serves your best interests. In any case, you will not be very open to changes this week. On the contrary, you will probably try to maintain the status quo by holding on to an idea, an expectation, or a specific outcome that you have in mind. And such is the intensity of this energy that you may end up being obsessed with a certain result that you have in mind. On the other hand, since the Four of Pentacles is Mars in Capricorn, you will find that this week you can make some very solid and strategic plans about your love life or your professional life, which, if you have the patience and the discipline to pursue, will produce excellent results. Although this week emotions will not be expressed very easily, as under this energy there's a tendency to hold back, sexual drive will be very strong and you will experience some very intense and interesting moments. The dates between 10 and 19 January must have been important, and maybe you thought about buying something expensive, or you wanted to have something of great value, and the message of the Four of Pentacles indicates that whatever that might be, now you can have it and it will last for a long time. Thursday seems to be the strong day of this week. For Taurus, we had the Moon and now it's the Queen of Wands. The Moon is an energy that can cause you to feel frustrated, confused. Things may have not been very clear last week. There must have been mood swings, emotional ups and downs, and generally a situation that you could not figure out. Now with the Queen of Wands, the energy is changing. The Queen of Wands is a fire card and will push you to take action. You will take action, you will get things done, and maybe some people will be very surprised by your energy, by the intensity of your energy. The Queen of Wands may also be a person in your life who's a fire sun or ascendant, an Aries most likely, but it could be a Leo or a Sagittarius. And this person, if they have been inactive or confusing, or there were ups and downs with them, you will see that now they will get more active. And maybe they were hesitating, going back and forth. That's changing now. There might be some ups and downs still, as the energy of the moon is still there, but you will definitely feel that things are shifting in a way that's more productive, more efficient. The Queen of Wands shows passionate feelings, positive feelings, attraction, sexual feelings, and there will probably be a very positive meeting. If you're wondering how something will progress, this week you will reach some sort of conclusion, something will be completed. Queens are usually the ones that make things happen. Kings may be the ones who make the decisions, but it's queens who execute those orders and those decisions. So you will be able to organize things, to take initiative, to make things happen in a way that you want them to happen. You will like this energy, especially after the fluid and uncertain vibe of the moon. You will come to an understanding within yourself or with another person, and you will feel that you can relate to other people or to the person you are interested in a more meaningful way, or you will make things work better for you. You can take advantage of this high energy card, because the Queen of Wands is a high energy card, for the coming 2 weeks and get things done in a way that serves you, especially if you have been neglecting your needs and your desires for a long time. This can be the week that will bring some necessary changes. For Gemini, we had the Nine of Cups, and now we have the Strength. The Nine of Cups is a card, the wish card in Tarot, so something good must have happened last week, and usually cups refer to personal or romantic relationships or emotional concerns. And with the Strength this week, all those energies will be intensified. There will probably be intense emotions when it comes to a certain person or a certain outcome you want to manifest in your life. This week you will focus on your strengths, and you will want others to do the same, especially if someone has been weak or indecisive, or they went up and down with their emotions. So there might be a need to express one's feelings or your feelings, but under the energy of the Strength, there's a hold back, as you or someone else finds it difficult to let their feelings out. However expressed or not, sexual attraction will be strong, even if those desires and instincts are suppressed because of stubbornness or because of other reasons that do not allow them to come out in the open. Since the energy of the Strength usually causes a slowdown, things will move rather slowly this week, and there will be a tendency to control impulses and to control spontaneity, so it's possible that something you expect, like a message or an invitation, will be delayed and you will receive it a few days later. The Strength is a fire card, and astrologically it's associated with Leo, so it's possible that you will have people in your life who are fire signs or fire ascendants, especially Leos, and you are an air sign, which means that there is compatibility, but at the same time the blending of air and fire can make a very explosive combination at times. So there might be some power struggles and the desire to control a situation or a relationship. This will be a rather serious week for you, a week of effort, but also a week when you can establish a strong foundation to build upon, a time to control things and to set your own terms, but not in an aggressive way that would not work out anyway, but in a way that shows you are determined, shows that you know what you want, and that you are moving towards your goals with patience and perseverance. And you can take advantage of this energy for the coming 7 to 8 days. You will show an aspect of yourself that many are not aware of, a very strong aspect of yourself, and that could surprise some people. For Cancer, we had the Seven of Cups, and now it's the Knight of Wands. The Seven of Cups is a rather scattered energy, so last week maybe you felt that you could not concentrate, or you felt that you had many options and you couldn't choose the right option. You felt a little confused, or just lost in daydreaming and in fantasies. Now, the King of Wands says that it's time for action. You will make plans and you will start taking action to bring those plans into reality. The Knight of Wands often manifests as surprises, an unexpected event, so expect some very interesting developments this week. There may be a fire sign or ascendant person around you, an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. And if you want to know how someone feels about you, this person feels very attracted to you. Their feelings are warm, positive, and they look forward to spending time with you. They have a great time with you, they have fun. Now, depending on the nature of your relationship, you may find that this person is not as serious or as mature as you'd like them to be. So if you are looking for a serious relationship, the Knight of Wands is a sign that you are not there yet. There are some stages to be experienced. Maybe you have passed the initial stages, but you are not at the end result yet. If this is a new relationship, expect some instability, basically because, like I said, the Knight of Wands is rather unstable in his expression. So maybe one day he's acting one way and then another day another way, and that will confuse you. Whatever you experience this week will continue to develop in the course of the coming 2 weeks. So maybe you want to give something that time to see how something unfolds before you make a serious decision or a drastic change. Also, there might be an unexpected arrival or departure, or you may decide to go on a trip or to travel unexpectedly, or because urgent conditions demand it. For Leo, we had the World, and now it's the Two of Wands. The World is a card of completion, so something must have ended last week or something was completed. And that will open up new options for you this week. So it's possible that last week something came to a head, or you must have dealt with a challenge that seems to be triggering and opening up some new options for you. And the moment you think that something is over, new elements and new energies come into play, and now you will find that you have to make a choice, probably between two different situations. The Two of Wands is one of the most active cards, it's a high energy card, as it represents Mars in Aries, and Mars feels quite at home in Aries, so whatever you want to accomplish will be successful this week, as long as you go for it. This is not a week of dreaming, wishful thinking, wishing, daydreaming. This is a week of pure action, manifestation and progress. Even if it comes with some hesitation or indecisiveness, as twos always show some hesitation, you will find that it will be easier for you to ride this wave, to keep moving like a bicycle that's balanced only when in motion. The Two of Wands will usually bring some power struggles in one of your relationships, and you may find yourself being at odds with someone. But since twos are related to the High Priestess, they also show instinctual knowledge, and that means you do know what you want, you do know who you want to be with. Even if in the surface you appear to be indecisive or even confused, or you're asking people for their opinion, you will find that deep down you know that you have already made your decision. It's inevitable that this week you will deal with some sort of contrast, duality, with two different energies that appear to be opposite, like light and dark, active and passive. But it's about knowing or learning how to use those energies in a balanced way, avoiding extremes. Also, the Two of Wands is a very sexy card, and that's why if you're wondering how someone feels about you, they feel strong sexual attraction, they like you, there's no doubt about that. There might be some hesitation, like I said before, but overall their feelings are warm and positive. Something that will happen around end March, beginning of April, may open a new door for you, while Tuesday seems to be the strong day of this week. For Virgo, we had the Two of Swords, and now we have the Six of Pentacles. After the volatile and unstable energy of the Two of Swords, this week you have a grounding, strong card like the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is an earth card, and it can easily absorb the intense emotional or mental energy of the Two of Swords. So if things have been a little confusing last week, this week something will happen and you will feel that you are standing on a more solid ground and not on shifting sands. The Six of Pentacles will be an agreement, a deal you will make with someone that has the purpose to bring more stability in a professional or a personal relationship. You'll have to make compromises probably, but as long as those compromises are equal and fair, you will manage to find common ground in a way that will be beneficial for both of you. If you want to know how someone feels, their feelings are getting stronger. They feel a strong need to share with you, to interact with you, to connect with you in a way that's balanced and harmonious. So if the Two of Swords manifested as ups and downs, mood swings, confusion, expect that this week you will know where you stand with someone and you will be able to trust them more, as they will give evidence of their loyalty or of their good intentions. The Six of Pentacles is the moon in Taurus, and the moon represents our feelings, while Taurus is a sign of security, stability, and pleasure. So this week you will go for what makes you feel good, and you will indulge in things you enjoy, and you will feel the desire to share those pleasures with others or with the person you are interested in, and you will probably have a very good time. You may receive or you may give a gift this week, and Saturday seems to be the day that holds the strongest energy this week. So if you want to make a deal with someone, that's the best day to do it. For Libra, we had the Seven of Pentacles, and now it's the Eight of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is the card of patience in Tarot, a slow card that can show obstacles, blockages when it comes to practical matters, particularly to your everyday plans. So perhaps your plans met resistance last week, or someone put obstacles in your way, and you felt that you couldn't decide whether something is worth your time and your energy. But now with the Eight of Pentacles, which is the natural progression after the Seven, you will be making solid progress, and things will be much more clear to you. The Eight of Pentacles is work, so this week you will be very busy, but that's not just about work or money. It's also about the effort you make for your relationships, or the effort you make to create a secure environment for you and your loved ones. Also, it's possible that someone will come to you asking for something, a favor maybe, or even something that they will be willing to pay for. Not necessarily with money, it could be an exchange, a trade. You do something for them and they will do something for you. However, the fact they will come asking you for that favor will make you feel their appreciation, as they believe that you have the knowledge, the experience, the skills to help them. Now, this could be romantic too. For instance, your partner or the person you're interested in may come to you with a plan that you want to bring into reality together, and that might be a plan that started a while ago and you took some first steps and now you're headed towards the next stage. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are growing, or they are willing to put in the work that a relationship requires, and at the same time they may be working out their feelings if it's a new relationship and they want to learn more about you. If you're wondering how something will progress, things will move slowly, steadily and methodically, and that will give long-lasting results. The Eight of Pentacles often shows that if you have unfinished business with someone, this week you will get the chance to get closure or to decide if you want to continue with them. The end of the week seems to be very strong. Saturday, Sunday will have the strongest energy this week. Also, the Eight of Pentacles is the Sun in Virgo, and that's a positive energy for career, money matters. and it will help you get things done in an efficient way, and you will probably have news this week on those areas of your life, and news will be good. For Scorpio, we had the Nine of Swords, and now it's the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords is not an easy card. Maybe you felt uncomfortable or upset last week, or you had a fight with someone, but maybe that showed you the truth of a situation. That's the power of swords, and that will give you great power, and that's confirmed by the Nine of Pentacles, an energy that gives great personal power, determination, independence. So this week you will think and do things in your own way, setting your own terms and following the path that makes you feel good. The Nine of Pentacles foretells good news when it comes to career and financial matters, so this week you will receive an offer or a promotion, and one way or another you will come into some money. Also, the Nine of Pentacles is a good sign for property matters. If you want to sell or buy property, this is a good week to do so. Now, if you want to know how someone feels about you, they feel safe and secure in your presence. They feel that your connection can last a long time, as pentacles are solid and long-lasting. Now you may find that this person is not as romantic as you'd like them to be, because the Nine of Pentacles is focused mostly on the practical aspects of a relationship. That doesn't mean that romantic feelings are not there, because they are. But in this relationship, a certain amount of independence seems to be needed, and over-attachments will not be appreciated. The Nine of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo, and that will bring a more serious vibe to your personal relationships, and you will be much less tolerant with those that do not live up to your higher expectations. Virgo is a perfectionist, and that means you will come to a clearer understanding of which relationships in your life are worth your time and which can be left behind. The energies you will be experiencing this week will culminate in 9 to 10 days from now, while between 2 and 11 September, there must have been a property or a financial matter that this week can be somehow completed. It may come to a head. For Sagittarius, we had the Five of Wands, and now it's the Five of Swords. You may have to deal with some difficult energies this week, because the Five of Swords is a disruptive card. It shows contrasts, arguments, maybe fights, and perhaps you pushed something or someone a little too much under the energy of the Five of Wands that you had last week. And now there might be reaction and opposition. The purpose of the Five of Wands is that of victory. And you must have felt that you need to win at all costs, and because of that you will probably continue to put pressure and force this week, but you need to keep in mind that could generate even more tension and opposition, and before you know it you will have in your hands a full-on battle with someone. And maybe something will happen or something will be said and negative feelings will be generated. Maybe something will be said because swords are basically communication, our thoughts and how we express them. And that could cause some negative feelings or maybe a need to get revenge. So this might be a week of weird energies, and you may feel that emotionally you want to head in a certain direction, but you will find that the universe has other plans, and you will probably try to get a grip through this erratic energy, and that may bring a feeling of frustration into the week. However, the Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius, and this energy is giving you the chance to explore higher levels of intellectual connection with someone beyond the physical, and that means you will be able to have a meeting of the minds with them if you are willing to consider their point of view. Be cautious though, because there might be mind games, manipulation, and that's because we have Venus here that wants love, but Aquarius wants independence. So there will probably be a challenge to make those two energies work harmoniously this week. But if you manage to do that, and to not try to outwit another person, then you can have a very special connection. Something that started between 20 and 29 January may now be disrupted in some way. And Friday seems to be the strong day of this week, so make a note for that day and watch how you express your thoughts, because there might be some misunderstandings. For Capricorn, we had the Queen of Cups, and now it's the Six of Wands. The Queen of Cups represents your personal relationships. Maybe your personal relationships requires some of your energy, some of your attention last week. Or it can also be a water sign or ascendant person, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, plays an important role in your life. And this week you have the Six of Wands. You will feel hopeful, optimistic about the progress of your plans, and your efforts will be recognized as a win-win situation will manifest this week. It's important to keep moving forward and to keep taking action, because you need to maintain the momentum at this stage, and the momentum is building up. Even if you feel a little uncomfortable under this energy, because the Six of Wands is a fire card and you are an earth sign, so at times fire may be a little weird for you, but you will still feel the urge to take action, to move and get what you want. The Queen of Cups was a slow card, so things must have been slower, more passive last week. But with the Six of Wands, you will feel very differently, very confident and energetically very charged. Or you will notice that another person is feeling that way or is expressing their feelings in that way, which means that if they were slow or reluctant to take action, this week the energy is changing and things are starting to move forward at last. The Six of Wands is Jupiter in Leo, and Leo is a leader, so you may have to lead a situation this week in your personal or in your professional life. The only thing you need to be aware of is that you should not overdo it. You should not overpressure a situation or overreact even, because Jupiter is expansive, and in Leo at times it means too much ego or too much unnecessary action. The Six of Wands and Sixes in general represent balance, and that's why it's important to strive for harmony in your interactions or in your communication. So for instance, if you decide to reach out to someone, wait until they respond to your message before you send another. If you're wondering how another feels about you, it's clear that there's a strong attraction. They really like you, they feel drawn to you, they feel you're amazing, but it hasn't reached a point for them to have deeper feelings yet, especially if this is a new connection. So if you're looking for something more, something deeper, try to be a little patient and let things develop. The strong day of this week is Saturday or Sunday, and that's when you will feel the energy of this six the most. For Aquarius, we had the Star, and now it's the Seven of Pentacles. The Star is a card of hope, success, also the card of the future. So last week you must have got a glimpse of the future, some signs perhaps of what the next months will be like. Now you have the Seven of Pentacles, and this is an energy that as an Aquarius you might find it a little difficult, as the Seven of Pentacles basically represents patience and slow moving energy. So this week will be a week of waiting, and you may not get the results you are waiting for just yet. That may cause some frustration or some confusion, as direction may not be clear, and you won't even know if the moves you've made and the actions you take are in the right direction. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are getting stronger, although their pace will probably test your patience. Although it seems that they want a long-lasting relationship with you, there must be practical issues that are holding them back, and this slowness may get on your nerves. However, they will not respond well if you tried to pressure them, so the only thing you can do at this stage is to give this relationship some time to grow organically. The Seven of Pentacles is Saturn in Taurus, a very heavy placement that will bring some restrictions, some limitations this week, and it could help to remind yourself that good things come to those who wait. Making impulsive moves will probably backfire, so trust that the universe has its own timing and its own plans for you, and things will pan out when the time is right. The strong days of this week seem to be Saturday and Sunday, and that's when you will feel the energy of the Seven of Pentacles the most. For Pisces, we had the Hanged Man, and now it's the Ace of Wands. The Hanged Man is a slow and passive energy, so last week maybe you experienced some delays or things were moving slowly, or there was someone who was unresponsive, but at the same time the Hanged Man may give you the chance to see a situation from a very different perspective and gain a new understanding. Now you have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is about what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. Other aces, like the Ace of Cups for example, is how we want to feel, what we do to reach emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Wands is about what action you want to take, and through that action you start manifesting your potential. The Ace of Wands is the first stages of a project or of a relationship, and you will find yourself trying different things, different methods to bring something to fruition, to get to a stage that you want. Now, one thing you need to be aware of when it comes to aces is that aces show potential. It's basically as if an ace is saying, yes, you do have the potential to do this or that, you get the green light, but the message they give is also that there are many stages between now and your end goal. And at times you may feel a little stuck at a particular stage, especially if you don't do what the energy of each ace is urging you to do. So now with this ace, let's say that you want the relationship to go ahead. What you need to do under this energy is to take action, not to wish it or to dream about it. You need to put action behind your intention, because intention is the first stage when an idea or a desire is being formed, but in order to bring it into reality, you can't do it without taking action. And that's basically the message of this ace. It's motivation, it's a spark that if you feed it, if you nurture it, it will become something much stronger, it will take shape. And that applies to other people in your life. So if someone with the Hanged Man you had last week, if someone was not very active or communication was off, now you will notice that they may become more more responsive, and things in general will start to speed up. A door may open for you when before all you could see was a dead end. In any case, this will be a good week for you, and the first part of the week between Monday and Wednesday will be the strongest part. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of February 20 to February 26. I hope you enjoyed them, and I will see you again next week. Have a fantastic week.